Greetings all, this is Dark Highlight 123, the little special episode talking about the flea market in Escape from Tarkov. Flea market's a great way to buy things that you need and sell things that you don't. However, there are certain tricks that I have learned in my short time playing Escape from Tarkov about ways to sell and things to sell. Okay, so I just got back from a scav run, and after a disgusting loss of a PMC, although I should have loaded up my PMC to give myself more space in my stash, because you can see it is rather full here. So first thing I want to do is sort of like make a little space. First thing to do is to think what you want to keep. So for myself, I like to keep horses because I can turn horses into weapons. Okay, so I've got I should have a second horse. Oh, right, second horse is in my this. So I can empty that one out. Now, so one thing that sells very well on the marketplace is ammo and magazines. So I'm going to unload this ammo. Oh, it's all PST, which I cannot sell on the flea market. So that's a problem. This is not a 100% weapon, so it's not going to be very useful, but I can double check and make sure there's nothing special about this one, but I can sell the magazines. So I will have 4 magazines that I'm going to sell on the market. I will unload this last bit here, and that will go to, okay. So, got a few things here to sell. So this cannot be sold on the flea market. Let me, these can be sold. So I'm going to say filter. And see here, Skier's one here, and he's got a limit of 6, and this guy has 5. Now, if I'm competing, basically if I'm only competing against a trader, I'm going to price my stuff at 1 ruble less than the trader. And select there. Now, the key to, I could sell underneath him, but he's probably going to get sold fairly quickly. Yeah, I only have 2 offers. You only have 2 offers. Unless you get really big, you're going to have 3 offers. And if you don't screw things up, you'll still have 2-3 offers. If you screw up too many times, you will only have 1 offer, and that is a bad thing. Okay? But that 2 offers is really the limit. That is the limiting factor on how much you can sell on the flea market. It's not what you have. It's not what your offer price is. It's how many offers. You can only have 2 offers. You can have 2 offers at a time. And basically a flea market is, let me unload this one and unload the ammo. Okay, and so this will sell very quickly. Now, here's a trick here. Peacemaker, $2 US. I don't want to do it as $1. I want to do it in rubles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the minimum here, 175, and price it 1 below that, 174. It usually works. Not always, but usually. I'll place that. So if you look here, bing, it'll be there, and it'll be sold in just a moment. All right, it says it was sold. Ammo sells really well. I could sell the magazine, but actually I've got a magazine. I'll pop this open. I have a magazine container, so I'll just put it in there. Okay, let's talk about it. So this armor, level 2 armor, even if it was 100%, people would not buy it. There's no reason for them to buy it. Same thing for this, is there's no reason for them to buy this particular chest rig. I mean, it's good for organizing your stash, kinda. I mean, it's a good ratio, but no one's going to buy it. So I'm not going to worry about selling that. Condensed milk. Okay, that's a good one to talk about. So therapist is going to be best for almost, so 15714. Let me just bring up a quick calculator here. So for 15714, so let's see what's on the market. Market in euros. Well, let's see what it would be in rubles. Again, 1060. Okay, so why would I want to sell on the flea market for 10 10,000 rubles when I can sell it for 15 to therapist? There is no sense. And in fact, you have to sell at about, well, for the big ones. So in other words, your therapist and ragman and mechanic, you're going to have to sell at 25% over what they have in order to just basically break even. Preparatory, you're actually going to have to sell for 130%, for 30% over. Really, you want to be selling at least 50% over what they would give you. So I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to go back to trader. I'm going to sell it right to therapist. Thank you very much. Okay, let's check this. 24. So again, I'm going to want 25% over, so that's going to be 30K-ish. Let's see. Okay, this is really marginal. So see here, if I put this up on the market for 30,000 rubles. So put in 30,000 rubles. I'm going to lose 5,000 rubles off the top to the fee, versus selling to the trader, selling to therapist for 24. So maybe I make 1,000 rubles, probably not. So again, it's not worth my offer slot to sell it on the flea market. Okay, I'm just going to, that's now done. I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's gone. Okay, certain things. Let me unload this. Unload. Double check, make sure there's none in the chamber. That's right. Now, 100% durability. No one's going to buy it. No one wants to buy a pistol. Even an SMG is a pretty low percentage sale. You can probably sell I can maybe able to sell this 8R. Maybe. I don't think it's 100% though. No, it's not 100%. Not going to be able to sell it. I will pull. Oh, I should have sold that earlier. I forgot to pull that out. Okay. But there's no reason that no one's going to buy this at less than 100%. Unless I really price it low, in which case I just better sell it to the trader. Again, I've only got 2 offer slots, so I want to make those offer slots count. I don't want to have to that right now. For example, these have not sold. I probably misguessed on it. You know, I guess no one's really interested. It will sell. It'll sell before it finishes. I've got 20 hours on it, but that's using up a slot. That's using up one of my offers. So I can't cycle through the other stuff that I have as quickly because that offer's taken up. So I've only got one offer. But as I say, I don't think anyone's going to buy that. I mean, I could put this down at, excuse me. Let's see. For a filter, I turn off my minimum condition, 13.5, and that's a pretty good one. Again, I'm not going to be able to sell it. No one's going to buy it. No one wants it. Okay. So I'm going to sell this to the trader. Now, the other thing here is these parts. If you pick up parts, again, no one's going to buy them because ones that are default parts. Now, if I had a silencer, a suppressor, if I had optics, if I had some of the add-ons that add, like that handguards or something that adds on rails, I might be able to do it. May not. So I'm going to sit there and again, I'm just going to sell this off to the trader. Now I'm not certain whether, because it's under 60, so I don't think that Mechanic's going to have any interest in it. No, Mechanic's not going to interest. So what I'm going to do here is I'll do a disassemble all the different parts, cycle back through the traders, actually go back to me, go back to traders, mechanic, and now sell everything but this part. That part goes to fence, sell, sell, sell. I'll just sell this off because I don't care. See, I could probably sell the magazine, but again, I only got one slot left now because I bet on the on the, I'm going to sell this off because I don't care. Get rid of it all. Okay. Next trader, over to Ragman. Okay, you're going to take that. That's fine. You're going to take that. I'm going to keep that. Take that. Again, no one's going to buy a bandana. There's no reason for people to buy bandanas. Half-mast tactical assets, there's no reason for people to buy those on the flea market. They cannot do anything with them other than wear them. Okay, so there's no point. And you're not going to make money on them. I mean, what's the difference here between this? I could buy this for 2K here, or sell it for 20. So I mean, even on the market, no one's going to pay more than 2K for it. It's not worth my time. I'm going to get rid of it. Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about. So now I've got money in here. I want to go to fence and unload a couple things that are useless. That. Okay, you can have that. Oh, I forgot. Jaeger is always good for a knife. Again, no one's going to buy the knife on the market. They don't need it, etc. Now, do have to be careful. He doesn't want to buy that. Prapor can buy it, or I can sell it in the flea market. So again, if I do this one, 5K. All right, so. All right, do I want to sell it on the market? Yeah, I can sell on the market. So first thing I'm going to do here, it's a time versus return. Okay, Prapor is going to wants to sell it for 73.20 at level 2. I'm at level 1. Okay, so I can't buy it from him. I have to buy in the flea market. I could price it over this, and therefore anyone that wants to get it, and if there weren't any people selling it at less than, they might be interested in buying. I could possibly do that. I would never do that personally because, again, that shrinks the market. So there's fewer people that are interested because they have to A, want it, and be willing to pay overprice for it, and not have Prapor level 2. Okay, so all of a sudden that's a fairly small market versus down here where, okay, it doesn't matter what level they're at or Prapor at. And what's more is I'm selling it for less than what Prapor can sell it for. So I might get some money out of this. Now, do I want to sell it here? All right, so a couple things. It's a time. The longer the longer you're willing to wait, the more money you're going to get. Okay, and so for example, this guy has 15 grenades he's selling at $699.99. All right, that means this guy here at 7,000, his isn't going to sell until this guy sells all 15. And this guy has 2 days to do that. He's only got 14 hours to sell off his. Probably not going to get there in time. Okay, even myself, if I put this up in the market, it's going to be on there for I think 11 hours. So again, I'm probably going to price it down here. Okay, now I can hit refresh and see if this changes. Oh yeah. So a whole bunch of those 5K ones have now sold. So now I'm thinking if I'm going to price it, I'm going to price it at $5.99. Okay, I'm going to price it right under this guy here. Okay, I could actually price it here at $6.99.8. I could do that. That's not a bad plan. So let's do that. We'll price this at $6.99.8. This represents, I think, sort of a high watermark. So obviously, people are almost always going to buy the lowest priced item. They're not going to buy the only time people are going to buy a higher priced item is if they are buying in bulk and someone's offering in bulk at a higher price. Okay, so rather than buying onesie twosies at lower prices, they want to buy 10 at once. So let's stop squirking around with onesie twosies and we'll buy 10 at once. Okay, money's not that big. So if I hit this, I'm the top price here, and that will sell probably very, very quickly. Okay, I should have hit refresh. My mistake there. Should have hit refresh before I sold. I hit F5, seen that it moved, and I could have changed my price. So I left 300 rubles sitting on the table. Oh well, I'll live. Okay. So let's receive this. Yay. Okay, it's not like that I am, poor at the moment. I got 18 million rubles sitting there. All right, so let's go back through the points here. You've got 2 slots. You need to make sure you're using them effectively, which means you need to turn stuff around quickly. Okay. Now the only thing is, if you are at the sort of end of your day, you may want to sell a lot of items. So, say for example here in my junk, in my lucky scavenger junk box, I've got all this, and I'll say, okay, I've got too much of stuff, so I'm going to sell off all of the relays. I've got 5 relays. I will sell them, and I will price that higher than I would if I was just selling one of them, because it's going to take long. I have a longer time period that they are going to be available on the market for. Rather than just 11 hours, they'll be on the market for a day and a half. Okay, potentially. Now, obviously, I'm taking a little bit of a gamble there because obviously I'm locking up one of my offers for a day and a half. But I can price higher than. I can look at the market and have a look at what other people are offering. So let's have a look here at relays. Okay, 2, 6, 1, 1, 1. I'm going to also look at the times here. 7, 2. How much time these things have been on? I can sort of guess based upon 8 and how much time it's been on the market. So I probably don't want to be up in this region. Okay. I probably want to be selling. If I'm going to put my, 4, I might actually price it down here. I might wait till another day. I might say, let's have a look and see, wait and see where it moves. Consult the Tarkov market and have a look and see what things have sold for. Here, 8 for 19,000. So I put mine down here because actually it looks sort of interesting. There's definitely some jump here. So 7, 7, 8, 8, 9. I don't understand why people, go down by larger increments than 1 or maybe 5. Doesn't gain that. It's not like I'm going to sit there and say, oh no, that gets too cheap. In fact, it might be too cheap. Let's see what a trader would offer on that. But okay. Check and see what traders will offer, and if the market doesn't want 50% over that, probably best to sell it to the trader. Again, you have to watch that there may be a point where you actually are losing money selling it on the market rather than to a trader. You can don't try and sell stuff people aren't going to buy. So have a think about what people are going to be buying, whether people are going to be interested in buying it, what other alternatives they have. For example, that if there's no point in selling small rigs because even this, say this backpack, no real point. Oh, there's fuel. Nice. No point in selling that backpack because people aren't going to necessarily buy it. They're going to buy something smaller. I'd forgotten I had the other stuff here. We'll get that in a minute. Point about ammo. Ammo that's lower quality. So in other words, below sort of like you have the top tier ammo, your armor piercing, your heavier stuff, your medium tier ammo, which the level 1 traders go for, and then the lower stuff below that. Typically, people don't buy the lower stuff. Sell that to the traders. Okay. I don't think I have space. Oh, I do have a little bit of space. Look at what is that. If it go under the trader, not over the trader. Because if you go over a trader, even if it's only available from a level 3 or 4 trader, less people are going to want it, and that's not going to sell. You're trading time. You're making a bet that over that time period, someone's going to want to buy it at that price, and that's not typically a bet that you're going to win. Okay? May sometimes, not necessarily. Okay, why not just price it under the trader and then get more people interested? What other stuff we have here? I think that's it. I mean, watch what other people are doing. Look at not only how many people are selling, what price it is at, and how long it has been there. And remember that as the more items people have offered, the longer the time is. If you see a small number with a very long time, that's an indication people bought at that point. Okay, at some point. That would be a good thing. So if I look here as well, I'm going to sell the sugar off. This is probably fairly dynamic. 79. I hit refresh again. 80. Okay. Prices will go up and go down. And so usually if I'm going to put something on the market here, and let's see. This is 8. So that's not going to sell until all 8 of those sell. And in fact, 10, 11, 13 before we get up to here. Okay, this guy's got 10 of them, and actually he had more than that because that's 4 days. Either that or he's a real high trader. He gets a business. But I'm not going to price it up this stuff here, but I may want to price it a little higher, and then over the next 11 hours, hopefully someone buys it. May buy it right here. That's actually not a bad thing. Make that bet. But yeah, you watch that. Watch your time here, and make the judgment call on what it is. Oh, that was what I was going to say. If I sit there and say, okay, I'm going to put it at 79.99, okay, and I hit refresh, and it's, oh boy, it's hard to see. It's already, all those 80s have gone. They've been sold. But say all of a sudden you start to see it go down. Well, still price it at 79.9 because you know that all that stuff is going to sell. It's going to come back up to you. Okay. All right. What you're looking for is the high watermark. This is really the peak of what people will buy stuff at. Boy, 25. I don't know whether I'm going to go beyond 25. That's a pretty heavy number there. So let me just put, if I'm going to put my offer in, my one little sugar packet at 83.999. Let's hit F5, just make sure. Yeah. See, someone else has put 83.999. So I'm going to put mine, I'll put there, 83.999. Okay. All right. What just sold? Did it sell already? It sold already. Bing, gone. All right. I made the right bet on that. So instant sale. I made my money. Great stuff. Obviously, with the magazines. Now, I'm fairly confident that those will sell. Okay. But obviously, next time I'll just remember that maybe I don't want to be putting 10. Well, see, also, let's look at something here. I probably did screwed up here. Link search for this guy, filter by item. Oh, no, I want to filter link search on him. And magazines. Haha, yeah, I'm competing against 30 rounders. No one's going to buy a 10 round magazine when they can buy 30s. Okay. Oh, someone did buy it. I wasn't right, but again, typically, I'm selling a 10 round magazine, but there's 30 round magazines available. All of a sudden, a lot less people are going to be interested in buying a 10 round magazine. Okay. All right. Thank you for listening. I hope this provides a little bit of information for people that are into trading. And well, boy, all of a sudden people are buying. Make a liar out of me. Make a liar out of me. Thank you all for buying. All right. But I hope that this has provided some information that people can use to get more money out of the flea market. Okay. This has been Dark Ally 123 signing off.